There she goes.
Hi guys, thank you for checking out this quick video, and I'm here today with Dr. Ben Bowers, and he is amazing. I've just stolen him from about 300 people in the hallway that want their photograph with him. I got mine day one.
Yes.
So I'm fine, and we're here today to talk about an amazing herb that's been tested since the 50s, but it's not until now, or very recently, that we've been able to harness this amazing product and get it into the hands of the masses. Now, I can explain it to you. I have explained it to you previously in other videos, but this gentleman is... You've been obsessed with this for a long time, even before it was produced for us to squeeze into our mouth.
Yes,
hey?
yes,
So
yes.
it's over to you, Dr. Ben Bowers.
Been using herbs for years, but the beauty is when this one came out last year, in my clinic as my patients and clients, we've got about like 400 different people we've tested on. So we've done all kinds of tests, from blood to saliva to urine to stool to even DNA as an epigeneticist. So when I look at all these things, I was really curious to what this bitter acid, this this herb extract would actually do. And so at that phase, I wanted to say, okay, how do I measure what happens to people? And so the real quick phase of this, you have to understand that I treat a lot of sick people or ill people, people that aren't in good health. And so we took a lot of things slow, but over the course of about 6 months, we were able to watch and see probably about 40 different benefits of it. Now, a lot of people think that it's going to emulsify fat, which it does, but the biggest thing it actually does is reduce inflammation. And we look at inflammation as a key word for about 300 different diseases, the top 300 diseases of the body that could cause a lot of dysfunction and basically age us faster than we should, right? So in the phase of being able to turn this around by using this hops extract, this bitter acids, and using them in an appropriate way, we get a lot of things start changing in the body. So the first phase I tell people, it's like you turn all the lights on, like this big room. You turn all the lights on, you can see what's there, what's not there, what needs to be fixed. And then in time, this actually starts rebuilding some of the cells within our body, and it uses the stored fat, specifically the visceral adipose tissue, and it breaks that down and uses it for energy to help start healing and repairing, and then eventually regenerating the body's health. So it's a phenomenal product. If you haven't used it, I'm gonna encourage you to give it 6 months of your life to try it, because if you do, what we are seeing now, 9 months later, is we're actually slowing down some of the aging process by healing the things that are aging us too quick. And we're restoring health back in these bodies. Now, we all know everybody has different bodies, right? Different reactions, different results, all these different things. But when I've looked at all these different people that we've measured and monitored on, and we watch it, what I tell people is somewhere between 8 to 12 weeks, you're gonna find like 3 to 5 or 6 of the 20 to 40 things that can happen. About 3 months to 4 months in there, you're gonna see 8, 9, or 10. And by the time you get up to that 6 month time frame, you're gonna see 10, 15, 20 different things, and your body's changing. So I wanna encourage you to take this product and use it for a life. It is a source of life. It regenerates. As it cleans things up, it starts regenerating. And the longer you take it, the healthier you're gonna become. Don't get sidewinged by, oh, I'm not losing weight, or oh, I don't feel any different in the first 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 months. Give it the right to do it. As I try to explain to my patients, you didn't get ill overnight or in 2 weeks or 4 months or 6 months or a year. So let this do its God-given ability and change the dynamic inside this body. And when you do, promise you, you're gonna see some amazing results down the road. So Godspeed to you.
To extend from what you said, this little thing that we break in half to get these herbs into us, it doesn't go in and
one.
ta-da, and we squeeze it and it squirts into your drink, and you've got to get this whole thing inside the cup just in case one goes sideways. Particularly, it does that on videos every time. This little guy doesn't go in and fix this and fix that, like ailments. It just helps the body get back to do what it's designed to do.
There's a term, I think we've talked about this, Tracey, I'll get that out, excuse me, is the homeostasis. What this is going to do is allow the body to kind of rebalance itself out. So it's like we're turning all the fires off, and then we're going to come back in and bring the raw material and then give the body the energy to start repairing and regenerating health back into the body. So it really is phenomenal. It's only 2 things, really. It's bitter acids, right? And then it's purified water. And that's the simplicity of it. So the body doesn't have to get distracted by 1,000 different things. And we can talk about the vagal nerve, we can talk about a lot of things, how it turns it back on. But here's how I try to explain to people. It's the initiator, all right, or the activator of the first few steps have to happen. That's why I gave the reference that it turns the lights on and lets the body see, oh, I need to fix that, I need to clean that up, I need to repair that, I need to turn that fire off or whatever. And by doing that and coming in and burning the visceral adipose tissue, now you have more energy than you probably have had in the longest time
Forever.
to repair and regenerate yourself. First thing it's going to focus on is reduce that inflammation. Some bodies out there that are really ill and have a lot of health issues, they have a lot of inflammation that's going on. So this will take time to turn the fires down and eventually snuff those fires out. And once that starts happening, right, then we start seeing the repair or the regeneration phase. And that's what we call the magic. Then you're going to start seeing the results, right?
And the final point, this is why we can't compare ourselves to somebody else.
No.
So if you start this, if you're willing to give it a go and you end up in a group, you'll see testimonials and people saying, hey, this happened and hey, that happened. And I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because two people aren't the same on the same day with the same thing.
I've had what we call miraculous, freakish results. I've had people have results in days. And I've had people, it takes 6 months to get results. Now, here's what's interesting. When we look at the 96 different body types that we analyze in the human body, all right, we break them into 3 groupings called ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. And we look at that, there's about 30 variations in each one of those groupings. So even the people that are, let's just say obese, just for the sake, even the obese class of people, there's 30 to 40 different reactions that's going to happen there. They're not all going to be the same, right? And when we look at the heavier a person is, the more obese they are, the brown adipose tissue has been squeezed down so it can't do its job. It's going to take a minimum of 120 days to return that switch back on, just to turn on the brown adipose tissue and start breaking down the visceral adipose tissue, right? Or the fat cells. So if I take a endomorph or a very thin person, you go, well, they're thin. They don't look like they need to lose weight at all. No, but they can have oxidized LDL of the visceral fat and be very unhealthy. All right, how many skinny people do you know that their bowels don't work right, their hormones don't work right, they have low energy issues, they can't eat certain kind of foods? They may be skinny,
running
right?
on adrenals,
exactly,
flat out,
but they are worn out inside. And so this isn't just about fat loss. I need people to understand that. It's a key factor to it, but it's not just about fat loss. This is actually about restoring the body to its natural homeostatic phase or basis. So turning these fires off, detoxifying the body, and shutting off what we call adaptogenic reactionaries or morphogenic reactionary components, all of a sudden the body starts turning around, right? And most people don't realize, I mean, millions of cells a minute are changing, right? In the good and the bad. So as we're turning back on the body's ability to start regenerating health, it's going to take that 3 to 6 months for that process to kick in. But once that happens, now as she said, the magic starts happening and things dynamically change after that.
And this is why we all love Dr. Ben. And
Why
he has
her?
the biggest fan base than everybody in the room. So thank you again for watching. Go back to the person who sent you the video. Ciao for now, and thank you, my darling.
You're welcome, dear. God bless.
Bye.